Bridge Over Troubled Water, a fan script by Magas and Dale Fabrigar. Fade in, exterior, Bay Area, night. A dreary night, dark, wet, cold. A crowd forms in the rain, their attention and apprehension pointed up to exterior bridge continuous, high above a choppy river. A woman stands perched at the edge of the bridge, the wind throwing her dress in wild agony. Her feet edges slowly to certain death. The wind blows her dress up above her thighs, and despite the anxiousness of the night, her modesty forces her hands to keep the dress as proper as possible.
And as you walk through the valley of death, he will protect and save you.
Down below, the crowd witnesses what appears to be an apparent suicide.
He is your salvation. He will deliver you in times of darkness.
The woman, normally a faceless individual, finds herself as the center of attention.
Trust in him, and you will be saved.
She darts her eyes to the voice. The priest balances in the wind a few feet behind her. He's holding something. His eyes are a transfixed stare of his own chaotic belief.
Faith is the way of the Almighty. Put your soul in his hands.
He is intent in serving the speech of salvation. Or is it something else? The woman looks to the rain-drenched sky, looking for help. She opens up her arms as if giving herself to the higher powers. The surreal clouds rush overhead. The priest has a baby in his hands. He holds it to the sky.
He will deliver and protect.
A gold chain around the priest's neck holds an ornate box of some sort, unusual garb for a priest. The baby cries out, causing the woman to look back with uncertainty.
Do not give in to temptation.
Suddenly, the priest, holding the baby with one hand, pulls out a gun and points it at the woman and marches toward her.
Jump to your salvation and trust in him who will deliver you.
He points the gun at the baby. The woman takes another step towards certain death. The crowd gasps as a shadowy figure appears from the darkness on the bridge. The woman jerks her head towards the figure. The priest's face grows pale.
You!
The shadowy figure steps forward from the shadows. The priest cocks the hammer of the gun, points it at the child. The shadowy figure stops.
My baby.
She takes an unbalanced step back.
Jump!
He points the gun at the woman. The shadowy figure reacts. He flings his wrist, and a projectile flies through the night towards the priest. The priest jerks the gun to the shadowy figure and, bang! The bullet and projectile cross paths in midair. The bullet hits the shadowy figure's chest, jerking him back. The projectile hits the priest in the forehead. The baby slips from the priest's hand. The woman gasps and darts to save the baby. On her feet, she slips but manages to grab the baby. Then she falls. On crowd. They gasp in horror. Some turn their heads. On shadowy figure, as he jumps at the priest, rolling. His dark cape snaps as he tumbles. The priest raises his gun again, but before he can pull the trigger, the shadowy figure kicks him hard, reaches for the ornate box, and breaks it from the chain, then somersaults to the edge of the bridge in one motion. The shadowy figure looks down, where miraculously the woman holds on to a beam with one hand. She dangles dangerously as she holds her baby by the end of its shirt. The cowl-faced shadowy figure stretches his arm to its full length, barely getting a finger on the woman's wrist. Her hand slips. On priest, blood drips from his forehead as he stands. He grabs a stick, a weapon, strapped behind his back. He lurches forward, moving fast toward the shadowy figure. The woman holds on by her fingertips but can't hold any longer. It's over. She falls to her doom. The shadowy figure reaches for his utility belt and with one swift move flings a device at the falling woman. On device, as it mechanically unfolds in midair into a boomerang-shaped bat, a computerized bat with lights calculating speed, trajectory, and target. It rockets past the woman with a shock cord attached to it. The boomerang automatically wraps around the woman, securing her and stopping her fall, then giving a bit like a bungee cord. The shadowy figure pulls her up, struggling for leverage and grip on the wet bridge. The priest raises his weapon high above his head over the shadowy figure, and with intent to kill, he slams it down, hard, right on the shadowy figure's back. The shadowy figure slumps down hard, losing grip of the woman. The priest hits him again. The shadowy figure tries to defend himself with one arm while holding onto the rope. The priest raises the weapon again and strikes it down hard. Swish! The sound of a large figure cutting through the air, and the priest's hand is stopped by another hand. The hand pulls the weapon away with authority, gently, but with authority. The priest looks up at the new mystery man. His eyes light up.
You came.
On woman, falling, but again stopped by the cord. The shadowy figure is pulled hard by the weight of the woman. He slides dangerously to the edge. The woman fights to get a handle of her baby, but the shirt rips, and the baby falls on the priest as the mystery man lifts him up. The priest reaches for something on his chain and realizes the box is gone. Then the mystery man tosses him away like a rag doll.
My baby!
On mystery man's blue eyes, reacting to the scream. He disappears from frame. Swish! On baby, falling, but then finding itself carefully caught in someone's arms. The mystery man, still falling, but controlled and safe. The mystery man's dark blue spandex, dark red boots, and dark cape reveal who he is. A big S is on his costume. He continues to descend, but slows down as he defies gravity. He stops in midair, then flies back up toward the bridge. At the top, the shadowy figure pulls the woman onto the bridge, and she immediately turns to look for her baby. The mystery man's dark red boots land softly onto the bridge. The woman looks up at her baby's hero, her eyes filled with relief. The mystery man hands the baby to the woman.
Thank you.
Then she turns around to nothing, nobody. The shadowy figure is gone.
Where's...
Swish! Her hair blows as she finds herself alone. Cops try to hold the priest down against the wet pavement as some run toward the woman to help her. Later, exterior, mountainside, night. A cloud of bats fly towards the mountain at incredible speed and into a cave that twists and turns into darkness. Dissolve to interior cave, night. A Kevlar suit of armor, a bullet hole. The shadowy figure pulls it off, revealing an incredible welt on what used to be a physically fit body. Now aged, old, wrinkled, and not so hard. The face of the shadowy figure is revealed, and he's old, his hair gray and thinned, possibly in his late 60s. His name, Bruce. Swish! Bruce grabs a bottle of water, still dressed in uniform bottoms. He lays his armor down, a symbol of a bat on the chest plate. From behind him in the darkness,
Stay retired, old man.
Bruce takes a swig of water.
I am.
Bruce looks up into a high-tech computer system. He looks at the reflection on the monitor as someone, a stronger-looking man, steps out from the shadows. He's old too, yet way physically better than Bruce. His hair grayed at the sides. His name is Clark. Clark can't help but grin, an all-American one.
You're not 20 years old anymore, Bruce.
Bruce takes a sip of his water, then slouches in a chair.
Your point?
Leave damsels in distress to me.
I did.
Well, if you get the urge to practice high-risk gymnastics on a bridge again, I still got your back.
On Bruce, shakes his head, annoyed. Swish, close on ornate box on the table. Dissolve to flashback sequence. Back on exterior bridge earlier that night. The priest in the rain, his face pale with shock.
You?
On the shadowy figure, his face covered by a mask, the mask of a bat. And for the first time we see Batman in full attire. Batman tumbles toward the priest. Batman grabs the ornate box from the priest's chain, jump cut. The priest, raising the weapon and Clark in Superman attire, stops him from hitting Batman. Superman lifts the priest in the air. On priest, a villainous smile.
You came.
The priest reaches for the ornate box that was on his chain. It's gone. And Superman tosses him away and disappears. On Superman, catching the falling baby. On Batman, he towers over the priest. The priest is scared, fearful of the dark night. Bruce reaches for the priest's throat and grabs his collar, ripping it off. Then he rolls away. The priest looks at the oncoming police. His eyes glow a mysterious purple as the police jump him. Poof, he's gone. Woman leaning safely looking over the bridge. Superman floats up with the baby. End flashback sequence. Back to interior cave, night. Bruce opens a beer and turns on the computer. Screens flash on. on ornate box, where the priest's collar sits next to it. For the first time, we see the box in detail. Lead, sturdy, thick. Bruce opens it, and a fluorescent greenish glow emits from a rock. Bruce places the rock onto a metallic platform, and a light shines on it. He types on the keyboard as the screen rambles with codes. An analysis. The final result on the screen: kryptonite, grade A. Flashback sequence. Close on Clark's lips.
I got your back.
End flashback sequence. On Bruce.
No. I've got yours, Flyboy.
Fade to black. The end.